Woke and Ready TV. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Now, over the past week or so, Fat Joe has been trending. He's been trending um over the interview, some of the comments that he made regarding the FBA. I had no idea who the FBA was. I'm just going to keep it all the way 100. Apparently, they're supported by Future. I said Future. Um, Hip hop legend Lord Jamar, a couple other guys. You know what I mean? And Fat Joe said he made some comments, and I think them two guys, Lord Jamar, Fat Joe, had some, subtle beef. But I want to say to the people out there, because I was watching Hoffa's live, and he was addressing some of the shit because that happened on his show. And some of the stuff that Mav said, I do kind of agree with him. But my personal opinion, I just want to say to the people out there, man, y'all got to be very, very careful before y'all, decide to just crash out and say, yeah, I'm standing up for this, standing up for that, and I'm willing to go to war over some dumb shit. You know what I mean? Because this is sad to me. And I say this because as far as I can remember, for, the 40 years I've been on Earth, blacks and Latinos always got along. You know what I mean? Now, have it been some racism there, as far as on the Latino side, that, some of them, I can say I heard stories. I never experienced it. I heard stories of like some of the lighter Puerto Ricans don't like darker skinned people. And we hear that because, Dominicans, they're like the darker Hispanics. And we always heard that, the Puerto Ricans don't like Dominicans and shit like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if some of them wouldn't like black people. You know, I never got that from Fat Joe, that he don't like black people, and it's crazy if that's true, because you're in a black sport, which is hip hop, and that's what we're going to talk about, because he made a remark to say that he said something about hip hop was started by blacks and Latinos, and that's where all this shit stemmed from. They're saying that a lot of people saying like, no, black people started hip hop. We're gonna leave it at that. Hispanics may have help, but this is a black thing. And I always thought it was a black thing. I always thought hip hop was started by black people. I always, knew that Hispanics was definitely involved. But is that even important? I mean, that's why I say y'all gotta watch the people who make certain comments and stuff like that. Like, what are they really trying to do? What was Fat Joe thinking by even saying that? You know what I mean? Why was he coming at the FBA in the first place? That's the stuff that bothers me. Is like, is certain people being paid to damage hip hop? Or certain people being sent on this internet to destroy the last bit of hip hop that we got left? I mean, you got to really think about that, because you look at all the shit that's going on with Diddy, Jay-Z, Lil Durk, now Fat Joe, and a lot of others. You know what I mean? It seemed a little weird that all this shit is happening back to back to back to back to back. I think it's my personal opinion, I think it's some people out there that's trying to bring this shit to an end. And we've been hearing this since back in the day. Like, I believe like Dr. Dre, NWA, and them, they used to say this, like, yeah, I mean, these people want to, silence the voice of the youth. You know what I mean? Believe that they want to put an end to, what's left of hip hop. and maybe they're using certain people like Fat Joe. I'm not saying that he's a plant, but I just think, me personally, I just think that it's weird that he wait to the end of the year, all this shit going on with Jay-Z, Diddy, to come on Math Show and say the things that he said. You know what I mean? And now everybody is riled up, and now everybody is talking about like a so-called beef between black people and Hispanics, when that shit should never, it should have never, you know. Mama. Yeah, I'm sorry. My little my daughter came in here trying to get the puppy. But yeah, yeah, I just think it's a little weird. I just think it's a little weird that you know, that had to happen. Like, that's happening right now. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta look at shit like this, you know, like a subtle beef between blacks and Hispanics, like over hip hop. Like, if somebody pulling the strings and everybody just falling for it. That's why for a long time, you know what I mean, I wasn't even, you know, I was just ignoring that shit for real, for real. But now it's getting so big that I said, like, yo, I gotta make a video. I said my little opinions on certain videos in the past, but you know, this past week to just pass. But like I just said, I can't just keep letting this ride. I gotta speak my opinion. You know what I mean? This is nonsense. I believe everybody should just knock the shit off. Because one thing I do agree with Math, what he said, because if the police pull up and they see a black person, a Hispanic person walking down the street, guess what? We the same. You know what I mean? We the same. They gonna treat us the same. So we need to cut all this shit out, man, and go back to being brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? It's foolishness. I don't like it. And I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. Y'all just gotta watch the people that come on these platforms and just say some old off the wall shit. Don't crash out for all these motherfuckers, man. Do not crash out. Use your own brain. Relax. Enjoy your life. You know what I mean? And let's try to figure out who the real enemy is. We need to be trying to get to the bottom of who's doing this shit. Who's sponsoring that shit. And that's all I gotta say, man. This Woke and Ready TV. Like this video. Subscribe to this channel.